Hello, everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the UCF Knights, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Knights will kick it away to start. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ducks offense will start this game off. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw in the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
No, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
On second down, looking again to throw. Got his man to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Red pass, it's complete. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch it. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Ducks had this offense rolling. Going with the ground game left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oregon!
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
7, UCF 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Stokes.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's going to make a statement for them.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Carter. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now on 2nd down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Throws to the back. Right on the money. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the timing just a hair off.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The back goes in motion. Looking to throw it again. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Webb. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. That's reeled in. It's Richardson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll go with a direct snap. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Touch pass on the right. Touchdown Knights! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 21.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14. UCF 7.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing a while.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
To the ground with the back. Still running at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
The play action fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Torres. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you know, you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a 1st and goal there. Takes a handoff. It's Whitaker. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, UCF. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to the running game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Makes a move. And the returner is stopped. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Sometimes it just takes an offense a little while to settle into the game, and David, it seems like they have here in the second.
No doubt, you get those nerves out, you get a few of those hits in, everybody starts to get in a little bit of rhythm, and now you start to see it, Palmer. They're starting to put some points on the board.
Yeah, they're lathered up, I think, on the field. I think the play caller has also gotten himself into a bit of a rhythm here, too.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Knights are threatening in the red zone. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Finds his tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Using the quick game. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
UCF 28, Oregon 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to get outside. Hard running there. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense dialed up the perfect play at the perfect time against that toss. Did you see that hit?
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Whitaker. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fat.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers.
Looking to take a shot. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Whitaker. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Gets it out fast. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they swarm him under. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. Little touch pass to the receiver. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
That really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. You know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space.
Touchdown, UCF! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And he added the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
UCF 42, Oregon 17.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Makes a connection. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 20. Lowers those pads. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. A first down for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Looking at a 2nd and short now.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And the Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Knights! How about that D coming up with a play like that? With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over Mississippi State.
They'll start this drive with a pass.
For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Torres. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Pinned just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Grab near the marker. It's Montgomery. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
And they got him for the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Reels it in down the left side. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
With the clock running, this should be the final play.
Brings up 2nd down.
When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting